Hello, this is Emily. This is going to be a kind of sad, downer type of video. And I don't want to ruin anyone's day or my own day when I go to rewatch this someday for my own general knowledge. So I will try to start and end on a happier note, but there's no promises. So, first thing I want to talk about that's kind of funny is this week I signed up for a weekly belly dance class throughout the summer. And in case you don't know, I am a belly dancer. I'm considered a intermediate level belly dancer. I've been belly dancing for years and I haven't taken any classes in a while. So I decided to take a class and it's called Belly Dance Boot Camp. And so it's literally the first 30 minutes was like a boot camp. You know, we had to do jumping jacks and planks and sit-ups and crunches and burpees. I've never done a burpee before, not really. So I was like, what on earth are we doing? This is horrible. So I did like 3 or 4 burpees and then gave up. We were supposed to do 10. But you know, I'm a big girl and my cat's trying to knock things over. That could be bad. So we're doing all these, you know, boot camp things, and then so that's 30 minutes, and then the last hour of the class, so this is an hour and a half class. The last hour of the class was belly dance, like drilling moves over and over and over again for like long periods of time. So my whole body generally aches, so this was Thursday night. So Friday I woke up and I got out of bed and I was like, I almost fell on the floor because my calves are so tight and it hurts so much like to straighten them out and walk. So it's like I have to stand there and do different stretches to try and be able to walk. I almost fell over. And again, this morning, Saturday morning, I got up and the same thing. It's like worse today. I can barely even walk. And it's not my thighs, it's not my hips, it's just my calves. Like, it's almost like someone, I don't know, cut my calves off and I have no muscles in my calves. It really is painful and I can't hardly walk. And so today we had plans to go to the Saturday market to buy vegetables, and I told my husband, I like barely am able to get up to him. I'm like hopping along. I can't straighten my legs to walk. So I'm like holding on to the wall and I'm like, I don't know if I can go. And he laughed at me and I eventually, you know, got used to it and could walk again. But yeah, every time I sit down, it's like I have to start over and my calves are so tight I can hardly walk. So I know I don't have very many subscribers, but anyone who may be watching this, do you know how to prevent this or alleviate this problem? Or am I just going to continue to not be able to walk? I don't know. So if you have any tips, let me know. So moving on to the 7-day reset. I have completely stopped the reset. I am not doing 100% raw. It was a nice idea and I think it's great for people who want to do a 7-day raw challenge for themselves, but it hasn't been working out for me. And I basically, this would be day 6. And I didn't do well on day 5 and I haven't done well on day 6 so far. Right now I'm not even sure what time it is. I think it's early afternoon, but I have not been sticking to the plan now. I've completely gone off of it like big time. And to the point of I am like binging now, and not on healthy foods. I'm not binging on vegetables. I'm not even binging on fruit. I am binging on bad, you know, processed, chemical, heavily salted, heavily chemical, yeah, really horrible stuff. And I've even been struggling just to stay vegan for the past couple days, since yesterday. It's uncomfortable to talk about this, but I've been craving things that I have not craved in a very long time. I really haven't had any horrible cravings for animal products since January, but all of a sudden, I'm having them again. Like, I'm craving mozzarella cheese sticks. That used to be one of the things that I would binge on back in the day. I don't know if you'd call it binging, but you know, I would indulge on that every now and then. And I've never talked about Dairy Queen on this channel yet. At least I don't think I have really talked about it. And so I want to talk about Dairy Queen. And so here it goes. This is embarrassing. I don't like to talk about this, but I think this is all going to be tied together at the end of this video. I used to be very addicted to anything that was like dessert or, you know, candy, ice cream. And what I would do is I would eat what I considered healthy at the time. You know, a few years ago, I was eating like nachos and just really high fat meals. Sometimes I would lower my calorie intake, you know, during the day, but then after dinner I'd be starving and I'd go to Dairy Queen and get a Blizzard. And on the days where I wasn't starving myself, I was still eating a really high fat diet without realizing this. And then I would want something sweet. So I'd either go to Dairy Queen and get a Blizzard, or I'd eat candy or some kind of dessert. And I'm talking every single night after dinner. I did this every single night. And I knew I had a problem. I knew I was addicted, but I didn't know how to stop. And for about 10 years, I was trying to figure out how to stop this behavior. Well, Raw-Till 4 is what got me to stop that behavior. Finally, it's the only thing that's ever worked for me to stop, you know, eating things that are basically going to kill me someday. And I attribute that to Raw-Till 4 because nothing else ever worked for me. And, you know, I also attribute it to myself because I decided that I'm going to stop these things that are hurting me and I'm going to put myself on a healthy diet. And, you know, it worked. But I've been getting depressed lately because I'm not losing weight anymore. You know, I had been losing weight. I'd lost about 25 pounds in March and April, but then in May and June, I haven't been losing any weight. And I've been watching the scale kind of go up a few pounds, go down a few pounds, go up a few pounds. But, you know, I will go up 3 pounds and down 2. And then go up 2 pounds and down 1. So slowly, I'm actually putting on weight. Pretty soon, I'm going to have that 25 pounds back on. And that's from being on Raw-Till 4. So when I started doing this 7-day reset, I'm also having some emotional problems going on at the same time. A lot of things in my life are going very badly, while I do, you know, I have a good life. I have a happy life. I really have no reason to complain, but there are a few things that are bothering me. I'm having some personal problems or, you know, figuring out what the heck am I going to do. I feel a lot of pressure on me right now, and I also feel I'm sad. Someone close to me is very ill, and I'm very sad. And just a lot, there's a few different factors that are causing me to feel very emotional, and I'm getting depressed. And when I get depressed, what do I do? Well, I binge eat on junk food. When I binge, I don't go for vegetables. No, I go for, cookies and ice cream and, whatever. And so, you know, I believe, was it day 3? I ended up having cooked food on the 7-day reset. Well, like at dinner I had rice, uh, um, but day 4 was extremely hard to get through, and then so was day 5. And day 5, it really hit me that I had a major realization that um, that I don't want to go into. It's really personal, but something negative is happening. That's all I'm going to say. I'm okay, but something negative is happening. And while making that realization, it sent me deeper into what I would call a depression, or just a grief. And so day 5, I made this realization, and I made a clear decision. I'm gonna go on a binge. My cat is attempting to knock down my phone. Come on! Here he is. Here he is. He's gonna get mad at me. Say hi. This is Dalek from Doctor Who. Get him. Urgh. Okay. He probably wants my attention. I'll give him attention in just a minute. So yeah, last night I actually texted a friend and told her, would you go out to dinner with me? And she didn't respond. And I have more than one friend, but I don't know. I just felt like hanging out with this one particular friend. And it's not that I don't love my other friends. It's just, I don't know. She was the one in that moment that I wanted to see. And at this point, I was ready to just completely just eat whatever. High fat, high salt, who cares? And I was feeling, when I get depressed, I do go into this kind of, who cares? Nothing works for me anyway. It's kind of a mixture of frustration, anger, deep sadness, mixed together. And it's kind of like, who cares? Why even try anymore? I give up. And I haven't felt this depressed in a very long time. So it's very easy for me to stay on a program like Raw Till 4 when I'm feeling better emotionally, but I was getting really depressed. So my friend doesn't respond, right? So I was talking myself into eating like animal products, sugar, like processed sugar, processed fat, high sodium chloride, stuff that's not good, including cheese sticks was one thing that I was craving. And so I decided, you know what? I'm going to the grocery store. Instead of going to a crazy chain restaurant and just binging, I'm going to go to the grocery store, and I'm going to go to the health food section, and I'm going to buy something in the health food section that is actually not good for me. And I figured, logically this might be better, right? And so I got a vegan cookie, like a pre-packaged, been sitting on the shelf for who knows how many weeks, vegan cookie. And I thought, at least it's vegan, and it's something that'll numb these horrible feelings I'm having. And I got a bag of baked potato chips, barbecue. I almost went for the sour cream and onion, but I was like, why would I get the sour cream when it's going to harm myself more than a few spices on a barbecue chip? And the sour cream is going to ultimately, it hurts the planet and the animals. So I thought, okay, fine, I'm gonna get the barbecue chips. So I got these baked barbecue chips and this vegan cookie. I checked out, I went back to my car, and I ate like half of the cookie, and I don't know, I was just numbing myself with these chips, just nom 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 nom, numbing myself with these chips. And then all of a sudden I get a text, and it's my friend, and she said, "Let's go to dinner." And I'm like, uh. So I ended up going to dinner with her, but I ordered a vegan meal that was full of vegetables. So, and I mean, it had rice, and it had, like, they make their own corn tortillas that are vegan. So, I mean, it was still a lot. I ate a lot of food and a lot of sodium, probably a lot of fat, and just damaging products, really. And then the binge didn't stop there. This morning I woke up and I was starving. And I mean, my stomach was growling. And I'm like, how is this possible? I ate like this gigantic amount of food Friday night. And so today I woke up starving, and I ended up eating a bunch of stuff I shouldn't again. And so what I'm trying to say is, between the raw food challenge and the emotional problems, situations that I'm going through right now, raw isn't working out for me. And frankly, I don't think I'm really going to try this again. I think I'm done with this. The only way I would ever do this again is if I was in a happy, good state of mind. If I'm going through some kind of stressful state of mind, my cat just like ran across really quick. I'm probably not going to do a raw challenge. And I don't know if I'm ever going to do this kind of thing ever again. To me, it's just, I don't know. I wasn't enjoying it, and it just made me want to binge and go back into an eating disordered state. And I don't want to say that raw food is bad for people. I think a lot of people thrive on it, but I am not doing well on it. So I'm going to be doing a different type of plan. I'm going to be experimenting with food. I'm not giving up, even though my brain keeps telling me to. I'm not going to give up. And I have some other ideas that I'm going to try, and well, I guess we'll see how those go. So again, I don't want to put anyone off who may be watching this. I say try raw food if you want to try it. I know there's a lot of people that it really works for. But for me, it's just not working out. And I'm going to try other avenues to try and lose weight. So, sorry, this is kind of a downer video. And it's a long one. So I'm going to end it here. And I'll be giving an update on what's going on with food soon.